Ciao, Lover guys, welcome back to another episode here on our channel. Just chilling under the trees at the moment. We're going to show you guys today the new access road. Finally finished. So Uncle and the boys have been busy this week with also the taro, the access road, and clearing the front of the house, which my wife is going to be using to turn it into a fruit garden, vegetable garden, and some fruits as well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's content, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon. So you see there, the wife has been planting most of her new vegetable and plants as well, which we'll be using to plant in the new plot. We also got dragon fruits, and then some I think that's turmeric. No, that's turmeric. And then this might be the ginger. And then we've got a whole bunch of assorted veggies in this, which we will be germinating and then transplanting them into this new plot. As you guys can see, we've cleared most of the front of the house. So this was all just flowering trees and plants in the front here, but we've cleaned it all up because we will be using this. It's just a waste of space if we just leave flowering plants in there. But we're going to turn it into something where we can actually generate some income with. So that's why we will still have a flowering garden there, a garden in there, because the flowers actually attract the bees, and the bees help the pollination when it's time to fruit. But we will be turning it mostly into a vegetable and fruit garden. So yeah. There you guys can see the dragon fruit is still fruiting. It's quite a lot. This is probably the third time we've had to pick the fruits. The first time we've plucked them, I think we got about like 33. And then there was a second spawn of fruits. Then we got around 20-ish. Now it's fruit is spawned. So yeah, it is getting a bit messy up there with the many new branches, which is why we've cleaned up the front of the house, taken off all the plants, and then we're going to make more dragon fruit plantations in the front here. Actually fruiting now, and you see insects, small insects there, also, as well as the bees actually help pollinate them. And I'm pretty sure this is self-pollination. I'm not sure. Might have to check on that. Or it's cross-pollinated. But yeah. So after it flowers like this, the flowers die down. And then it actually becomes the fruit. There you go. Then we've still got plenty more flowering there, so it's quite a lot. Still trying to clear it up. We're going to head to the cattle farm using our new access road and check on the plantations as well, the new plantations we've planted. So hey guys, this is the access road that has been over a year we've been trying to do, but it's just no time. This is the first time I'll be traveling on this access road all the way to the cattle farm and the plantation. So Uncle has been working hard with the boys to get this access road up and running. It was one of the goals to do last year, but couldn't do it, so which is why I finally did it this year, and might as well get it out of the way at the beginning of the year. We've got a few branches on, just to clear that up. All right, so this is probably one of the hazards at the moment, because it's been most of these trees that we've ring barked have actually dried up, and can now see they're actually starting to fall. So just anticipating when this tree will fall on the road, and also the other roads at the cattle farm. So as you can see there, much of the large branches fallen off due to the strong winds we had, and that'll probably be the case with the other large trees at the cattle farm. So if you haven't seen the episode where we actually began cutting this new access road, be sure to check it out. So you guys can see there, it is quite a while back, but we only made it halfway when we started this, and we didn't actually take it to the next level, the second half, only because we were busy with planting during that time, and as a result just got delayed as well. So I'm really glad we got this access road up and running, because it actually now cuts the time to travel to the plantation by probably more than half. So usually when we take the other route, as we usually see in our other videos, it probably take us 10 to 15 minutes, probably even to 20 if the road conditions are bad. But this has now cut us down to probably 5 to 7 minutes, depending if there are any fallen branches on the actual road. So this road will take us straight to the Awalangalue, which is the main access road for families to the plantations and stuff. Usually it's a crossroad going through the villages, and you guys can see there right in the front there is that Awalangalue road. It's also nice to see some families already beginning planting. So again, this is because we have village inspections coming up, and these village inspections, families are required to plant 500, 700 tiapula, or I think it's 300 to 500. But yeah, so still got one of these large trees here we probably need to clear, but that's okay as long as we can maneuver our way around it. And here we are. So this is that main road I told you guys about, which is the Awalangalue, but which goes down towards the coast, and this one goes to the main road, government road, but usually use this road to travel, make traveling shorter. But we're now going to go into the second half of our access road.
So finally here, had a bit of a problem there. The wheels were spinning, as you could see there on that side, only because the road is still moist because it hasn't been used in a long time. So as I mentioned, this used to be a track built by the Samoa Water Authority in order to access the tanks that they built back then. But as a result, this went through another family's cattle farm, which hasn't been used, but Uncle actually asked permission to the Matai of that family if we could reuse this road, only because it'll cut time for traveling, which is why we've been allowed to reuse it. All we did, rebuilt the gate. So this is our gate, but we built it for them, added a padlock and a chain, so that we only have access on this road, because families still have their cattle in here, so we don't want their cattle to escape as well. So win-win situation. But yeah, I'm just going to open up the lock and we can head inside. I guess one downside for this is the getting in and out of the car to close the gate, open the gate and close the gate, takes a toll, and we'll probably end up spending the same amount of time as we did in the other using the other route. So, but you know, anything to make life easier. And then we're at the second gate. This one doesn't have a lock, so it's just simple open and close. Problem is trying to find where the hinges are. It's probably the side. Yep, this is the side. All right. Been trying to yank it, but there's an actual small bit of tie wire there that we have to unlock first. So just a safety measure to ensure that the family's cows don't escape. We'll probably need to tie that up again. All right. So a bit of a problem because the soil is still moist and stuff. We're having difficulties trying to get to the top. So I'm just gonna pop it in four low and see if that works. So again, just pop it into neutral, press down, shift to 4 low, and 4 low is activated. See how we go. Sorry guys, I'm gonna need both hands for this. We're actually slipping. Gonna have to need a proper assessment of this. So yeah, I guess traction is an issue, but also see how I mentioned the soft soil at the moment. Because of the shade, hardly any sunlight on this, which is causing the car to slip. But it's probably also a good reminder to probably get my tires changed. So we're gonna do a second attempt on this, but we're probably gonna come in flying, so hopefully that solves the issue on this road. All right guys, finally made it. As you guys could see there, gave it the full berries, went full send on it, but see, we actually slid off the track a bit, almost banged into that, so we'll probably need to clear that tree as well. But again, this is probably the least thing I like about new access roads, is because they're so slippery, only because it's the first time. But as you keep on hitting these roads, they'll eventually harden up and just need a bit of sunlight to come down so it actually dries up the road. Now, almost slipped there. I actually had to go back all the way into the gate. You guys see there? I did have to open it again and then actually head out, and then came into second gear, 4 low, which actually gave me just the right amount of juice to get off of this. One thing I'm actually dreading is the coming back, because then I'll be coming at an angle. The weight of the car might actually cause it to drift aside a bit. Just gonna close this up and then we'll head back to the car. If you guys didn't know, this was the same thing that happened when we did the first access road. The one which we currently use now. I'll show you guys a picture there, that the road was still wet and slippery, and actually banged the car on the side of a tree. So this is where I'm having the most problems. It's just this, it's a bit of an incline uphill on this side, which is why the car drifts a lot. Also because probably in the near of the traction for the tires, so probably need to get new tires as well. Oh well. Oh, we're finally here. All right, guys, so if you guys could see there, this is the new plantation we planted, which extends all the way down towards there. This plantation is mostly the cycle variety. Probably 90% is cycle variety, with a few Samoa number 2 and Talovave, but it's mostly all just the cycle variety, because that's shown to be really good when we planted it previously, which is why we decided to plant it again. I'm just gonna head down to the cattle farm first to check on the cows, and then we'll head back. Alright, guys, so just noticing some stuff here. First of all, we've got taros that are flowering, so probably remove this. There's also another one there. Again, as mentioned in the previous episode, we don't want flowering taros because Uncle said it does produce, I don't know, some sort of chain reaction in the plantations and causes all the other taro plants to flower. And as a result, flowering taro doesn't yield a good culm, which is why we'll probably cut this down, or uproot it and then change it up with other tiapula. Another thing I noticed was it's quite patchy inside that area and also in this area, which means that the taro is not growing well in some of these areas. I did remember having a discussion with Uncle and Pa about this, and they said it was probably due to the fact that most of the taros that we planted here in those patchy areas actually didn't grow that well because it was bad tiapula. So some of those tiapulas that had been rotting for quite a while and we planted it just didn't grow anyway. So that's fine. And that's why it's a little bit patchy, because it's still in that growing phase. The majority of the plantation at the moment, as you guys can see, there is actually in its final stages. So we're probably going to harvest about maybe 2 or 3 months from now, so that's why we're letting the vegetation grow. But as for the new plots, that's about 2 weeks old now. So yeah. Also called out the cows. didn't want to come. Poured them some water there, but they didn't want to come, understandably, because it was, you guys can see there, they're all in the back there. That's because it was raining this morning and last night and yesterday, so the grass is still wet at the moment, so they're getting the water from there. But also because if it rained, that means the troughs that we have set up actually collected some water. So there's actually 2 troughs now in the cattle farm, and they probably collected water, which is why the cows must have drank it already. So no worries about that. But yeah, some of those are just some of the new developments we have on the farm. We will be, once we start harvesting this plot and that plot, we will be grow them again. Hopefully it yields the same, only because we found that the yield from so we have been, uprooting a few taros here and there in the past few weeks, and we found that the yield is still good, which means the soil is still good. So we can probably get away with one more plantation before we let it fallow for a very long time. But yeah, guys, I think that's it from the plantation. As long as the cows have drank, that's a good sign. Taro's okay. No thieves, and also plus we already had a look at the new plantation there. Probably get a second look on our way home, but we're probably gonna head home now. And plus it's starting to see clouds coming, bringing in the rain, so we wouldn't want drama on our new road as we saw it earlier today. But yeah, let's head off, guys. So as you guys could see, there's quite a lot of taro with yellow leaves, and that's the taro leaf blight issue we have. But again, the taro varieties that we have planted and that have been developed over the time are actually to some degree taro leaf blight resistant. But the problem is we've had a lot more occurrence of rain recently, which I hear is an actual it actually causes the spread of the taro leaf blight and the strong winds as well. So that's why it's quite evident in the actual plantation that a lot of the taro leaves have yellow leaves now. So just hoping it doesn't ruin the taro quality. You guys can see I don't take care of this car. I mean, not take care, but I subject this car to quite a lot of rough terrain, only because I had a friend, really old guy I used to work with back then, and he said if you don't crash your car or subject it to really hard, especially trucks, what's the point, or in the Samoan version of what he said was, alright, see, that's what happened when you talk too much, you forget what I was gonna say. So back, our usual road was that when we come on this side, we actually go to the left, which takes us all around a maze of trees and forest, but this time we're actually going to take the right side, which is the new access road, which is a lot quicker. I'm really starting to enjoy this road, honestly. It's just the slippery stuff, and Jesus, if it was heavy raining right today, yeah, we wouldn't be coming through this road. So maybe we'll keep the other road just for safety measures. Look, the steering wheel is almost to the left, but the car is going straight, which means we're slipping somewhere. See, I'm holding it left, and the car is going right. So we're just going to take it slow on this side. Probably need to put into 4 low. There we go, 4 low. Push, activate. Just so that we can crawl down this area. All right, wasn't so bad. Put it back to 4 high. All right, so gonna go open up the gates.
Look at that. This is why I said I probably need new tires.
Guys, if you know some tire companies looking to sponsor a farmer, let me know. I wouldn't mind some new tires. Probably Mickey Thompson's. Oh no, that's fine. Still got a lot more. Hey. All right, that's done. Next gate. To make this probably more efficient, you probably need to come with 2 people. The other one's the gate opener. That's a cool title for a job. The gate opener. And the other one will drive. Probably be like, Tuli, big finger ring I. I'll come make kalapa. The gate opener. Yeah, it's good. You know, guys, remember we had the DPF, the diesel particulate filter issue, which caused our car to cause some problems, and as a result we couldn't run the car. Broke down for a good, I think, 2 months. Now that it doesn't have that filter anymore, the car runs like a champion, man. But yeah, we're gonna head off now. The one thing, All right, guys, so just about home now. Probably another 10-20 meters, but just want to say thank you guys for the support. Really appreciated the support on our channel, guys. Couldn't have done it without you. If you enjoyed today's content, guys, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share our channel, guys, and you know, just want to say thank you so much, guys, for the support. Made it 7.5 subs now, 7,500. So really monumental achievement, guys. Keep up the support, guys. Got a lot of great content coming up. We'll definitely catch you on our next episode. Until then, guys, God bless, take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys soon.